Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and today we are running around the Between the Bluffs Beer, Wine, and Cheese Fest in Crosse, Wisconsin. So we are, I'm joined today by a lot of people that you've heard on the podcast. BK is here.
Hello.
Jim is here. Toby's here. Julie's here. My wife Susie's here. Who am I forgetting?
My wife.
Noelle's here. We've got a number of people here, so we're running around. I don't know how many different beer vendors are here, but they all are set up and giving out samples. We got, of course, beer, wine, which I probably will miss, and we got cheese and meat and all that kind of stuff too. So the first booth that we stopped at this morning was Three Sheeps, and we tried their Dark Matter, which is one of their Barrel Society beers. As you know, Jim and I joined the Barrel Society this year with them to give it a whirl, so it was pretty decent. I mean, definitely a higher ABV.
There's not a handshake that you have to know for that or anything like that, is it?
No, I don't think so. And then I just did try another variant of the Wolf, and that's actually really good. So we're going to be running around today. When we find a beer that's really good, we'll tell you about it, and we'll check back in after a while. So keep listening. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back. We just tried at Great Dane Brewing. We had a tri-pepper pilsner, and it's 5.5% ABV, but it definitely has a pepper.
And in fact, it's even a little green.
A little bit green, and it is, isn't it, when you look at it?
Just a hair green.
That's kind of wild. So when you try it, I don't know if it's jalapeno or what, but it's...
I'm pretty sure it's jalapeno.
Because, it's got definitely has a burn to it.
Sure.
And gets your attention, so...
You don't see too many pepper beers.
No, so I guess, on our scale, what would you give this one, do you think?
Oh, I'm right at a 3. It's past expectations. It's a little funny that it's a little green, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got, like I said, it does have a little bit more heat than I was expecting.
Right.
But the jalapeno flavor, I think, is actually pretty good. So I'm impressed with it.
Hence the green.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that was Tri-Pepper Pills from the Great Dane Brew Pub out of Wisconsin. Hey, we just stopped at the Potosi booth, and we had it was a milk stout?
It's a dessert stout.
A dessert stout, and it was called Cow Pie, and it was actually pretty enjoyable, I thought. It definitely had a caramel kind of a flavor to it.
Lots of caramel that came through, and it wasn't a nitro, but it's kind of has that creamy nitro taste to it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm surrounded by Brian's, so it's kind of funny. So Brian, my brewer brother, what did you think of the cow pie?
Well, it was pretty good. Nice and smooth. Said as a straw, get a lot of caramel.
I was going to say, that's the one thing that BK and I were talking about, that you definitely get that caramel type flavor to it. I think it was pretty decent. You could definitely drink it. I mean, it wasn't like real high ABV.
No, not high.
But it had a good flavor to it. So what do you think, Brian, out of 5? What would you give that one?
I would probably give it a 3.4.
3.4?
Yeah, I was in the 3.3.
I was going to say, I'm in that 3.3, 3.4 as well. I think we're all in agreement. So if you're ever in the Potosi, Wisconsin area, stop in and have a cow pie.
Yep, absolutely.
It's better than I thought. All right. We just stopped at the Skeleton Crew Brew booth. They're out of Onalaska, Wisconsin. Yep. And the first one I tried was their Blueberry Cream Ale, which was pretty good. I mean, it'd be one for like a hot day, if you're on a boat or something. I think it'd be decent. But the one we wanted to talk about is their Salty Dog Salted Caramel Porter.
And this is one that we had a couple of years ago, and I had it. I said it was great. Everybody went over and had it, and it wasn't great. It's like a weird keg mishap. We're not sure.
Yeah.
The beauty of this one is you get the caramel right away, but it still has that bitterness and a little bit of bitterness that a porter should have.
Yep, I agree. The first thing I noticed was the caramel.
Yep,
I mean, at times you see beers that list caramel in the ingredients, and you don't really get that flavor. But boy, this one, that was the first thing I got was caramel, and I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
It's one of those, would I drink a 6-pack in one sitting? Maybe not, but you know what? I think for one of them, and anybody could drink it.
From an ABV perspective, it's not super strong. It's like 5%, so you can have a couple of them and it's no big deal.
Oh, exactly. We just had my brother stepped in, yes.
Oh, are you on there?
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so the salty dog, salted caramel porter. What kind of score do you give that one?
I'm probably in the 3-4 range, 3-5.
I'd agree. I think it's like a 3-4.
Yep.
It was actually better than I was expecting. So I think, yeah, if you ever buy the Skeleton Crew in Onalaska, Wisconsin, stop in and have some of their salty dog.
Absolutely.
You will like it. We just stopped at the new Glarus booth, and we're trying their barley wine 24. So I'm here with my brother. What, from a brewer's perspective, what did you think of this one?
It's a little thin for me for barley wine.
Yeah.
Barley wine, I want something a little bit more flavor.
Right. That's the one thing I noticed was for barley wines, they usually have more of a bolder flavor, maybe something like that. And this, it's not bad. And I don't know. I have to look it up and see what the ABV is on it, but it's kind of needs something maybe.
It seems very muted.
Yeah. So as far as score, what kind of a score do you think you'd give this?
I would probably only do like a 2.9.
2.9. I'd say okay, because I was thinking like a 2.7. I mean, it's decent. I would drink a can of it. But I think
I was expecting more.
I was expecting more. That's a good way to put it, yeah.
And the 24 is not how many you've had. That's the name.
Oh, so we should have done this 23 beers ago.
Geez.
Dang it. Where were you at, Brian?
I was having the amber.
All right, well, we will be back shortly. We just stopped at the Marshon's Cider booth, and wow, it's pretty crazy. We just got what's the name of it? It's Snowed In Cinnamon, and it's 6% ABV, and oh my gosh, that is actually really good.
It's like drinking apple pie.
Yeah, it 100% tastes like apple pie, and that is really good. We were just talking about what if you warmed it up in the winter? You know, that might be an interesting. If we were like, professional drinkers, we'd already know, but it seems normal to us. So. But no, this is actually really good. I'm impressed. So, I mean, what are your thoughts, Brian?
I actually really like it, and I'm not a cider drinker at all.
Normally, ciders are...
I don't get the burn.
Right.
Where I feel like I'm going to get heartburn from it.
The peach.
So they did a really good job. They did an awesome job.
Yeah, they did really well, I think. So what kind of score do you think on something like this?
I would give it a 3-3.
3-3, yeah. I was thinking 3-4, 3-4, somewhere in there. This is really good because you get that. It smells like
I hear you
apple pie.
bragging about it, so I'm in.
And the flavor, I mean, it is good. So I'm not exactly sure where they're out of, but they did good on this one. And they have 3 different versions here. They have an apple, just a normal apple, and the cinnamon, and then they have a peach one. So they do have definitely have a different.
He just said
they're out of
Stoughton, Wisconsin. So yeah, so Marshon's Cider.
gray shirt.
Definitely try the Snowed In Cinnamon. All right, we just stopped at the Al Ringling brewing stand. They're out of Baraboo, Wisconsin, which Baraboo is kind of the headquarters of the Ringling Brothers Circus.
Correct.
Kind of weird, being in Wisconsin and such, but and that's actually a brewery that I have been to, and they have a lot of they got a pipe organ from like a circus there, and a little old lady was playing it the first time we were there. It's pretty crazy. I was just telling my brother that the bar and all the tables in there, they made out of the floor of a bowling alley, out of the lanes, because in the basement, the building they're in used to be a Elks Club, and there was a bowling alley in the basement, and they said it was too much to get it going again. It was too much money, so they used the wood and made tables in the bar and all that out of it. So anyway, we tried, what was the name of it? It's porter.
Coco Caliente Porter.
Coco Caliente Porter. And the first question the guy asked was, well, would you like a marshmallow in it? Well, how can you say no to a marshmallow?
I did.
BK said no, but the rest of us said, well, yeah. So yeah, it's actually, I think it's fairly decent.
6.4%. I went back and asked. It's very smooth for that. It lacks that porter bitterness.
Yes.
It doesn't have like that toasted flavor.
Roasted malty, whatever it is, it's not there. But it's very smooth.
Yeah,
very chocolatey.
Yes, I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I'd drink more than 1 or 2 of them because it might get a little bit much on the sweet side a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Brian?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
For a porter, I still want that porter bite at the end.
Right.
But it is smooth. It's a good beer.
It's definitely one of those that it's unique, I guess.
Yes, it doesn't have that porter bitterness on it.
Right.
Porters and stouts should have the bitterness.
Yeah,
That's what they
I
should
agree.
have.
That's kind of their signature, and this doesn't really have that, but it is very good.
Yes.
So
Would I have another? Yes.
yeah. Maybe it's the marshmallow talking, but I'd have another. So for score-wise, guys, what do you think?
I would give it like a 3-1.
Okay.
I'm in probably the 3-1, 3-2 range. It's way better than average, but again, I still want that roasted flavor. I want that bitterness at the end.
Yeah, I was going to say a 3.0. I do like it. I think it's definitely unique.
It's a good beer.
It's a very good beer.
I just wish it had that bitterness on the end.
Right. More of that signature porter finish, you know. But yeah, very good. So once again, Baraboo, Wisconsin, Al Ringling Brewing. All right, we just stopped at the Toppling Goliath booth, and we have 3 different IPAs, and they're all in their
All of the Sioux
varieties. So the one I got was their King Sioux, which is a double IPA, but it almost reminds me more of like a hazy, where it's not real hoppy per se.
Or an Imperial IPA.
Yeah, I mean, but it's very good. BK, you got the Cider Sioux, and my brother, the mad scientist, he got the Summer Sioux. So I guess let's start with the summer one. What do you think? I mean, it's almost more...
It reminds you of an ale. It's not hoppy at all. Has a little bit of a... I'm getting like a lemon type flavor.
A little zest of some sort.
Yeah, that's
and
what
just a little bit of piney. It's not super piney.
That's the thing I noticed too, was almost more of a lemony or some kind of a zest. You know, and it's not bad, but it's not like your normal IPA flavor. It's very smooth, not much of a hop bite.
Yeah, no bite at all.
So what would you say on a score on that, guys?
You know, for what it is, I'd probably go 3-1, 3-2. I mean, I'm not a huge IPA fan, but that one surprised me.
I was thinking 3-1.
So I was going to go with a 3.0. It was very good. Oh, sure. Now the band kicks in.
Now the band kicks in.
So now let's go. So BK, you got the Cider Sioux. And that one is...
Of the 3, it's like licking a pine tree.
It's definitely
really,
hoppy, the hoppiest
really hoppy.
of the 3, which kind of surprises me. I thought
the cleanest as far as looking through it.
Yeah, mine is the you can't see through it. It looks like a bad orange juice.
It's like a
kind of a thing.
I was going to say urinary tract infection. But.
Yeah, this is here you go, Doc. You may want to look at that under a microscope. But so on the Cider Sioux, what are you guys thinking for a score?
It's exactly what I thought a double IPA would be. But it doesn't linger, which is good. So I'm in that 3, probably 3-2 category, 3-1, 3-2. It's a good 3-2.
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
IPA.
I'm right there. Like I said, for a double, it's very good. Yep. Definitely, if you're looking for that hop flavor, to get that one.
Yeah, if you're an IPA person, this is where you go.
Yep. So now we go to the King Sioux, and like I said, to me, it's more like a hazy. It's very mellow flavor, I think. I was expecting this to be the heaviest one of the 3, but it really isn't. So, I mean, what is that? What you guys would kind of say, or?
Yes.
I'm still in that 3 range. Right at a 3-1. I expected it to be more happy, but it really isn't. It's smooth. It's the smoothest of the 3, really.
Yeah.
And so, 3-1, 3-2, right in that range. They're all good IPAs.
Yeah, Brian, what do you think?
I'm thinking 3-2.
3-2. I'm going to go like a 3-2 as well. Like I said, I think all of these were decent. If you like IPAs, that's kind of what Toppling Goliath is known for, is IPAs and sours. And and they do some other stuff. I mean, they've got some barrel-aged stuff, but they're really known for their IPAs. There's Pseudo Sioux and all that. So I think they were all good,
I think if you're an enthusiast, you want the Cider.
Yeah.
If you want to get into it, then you're looking at the King or the...
I think the Summer, if you're just getting into an IPA, I'd do the Summer, because it's very mellow.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to get scared off by it. So, well, awesome. So, Toppling Goliath, and they are out of Decorah, Iowa, which the first time that you guys were going there, and I got the text from our dad, and he said, we're going to Fedora. His phone changed it to Fedora.
Fedora?
And I'm like, where is Fedora? So anyway, Toppling Goliath, make sure to stop. The brewery is big. I mean, it's a nice brewery. Tap room is awesome. They have a huge Pseudo Sioux made out of Legos in there. and it's pretty crazy. And they got food and all that. Very good. Elk mounts. Yeah, it's very impressive. So if you get a chance to stop in and try it, otherwise go to your store and look up the Sioux line, S-U-E, and it's got dinosaurs on it, and it'll be good.
Absolutely.
Hey, so we just stopped at the Turtle Stack Brewing booth, and they're in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And BK, you picked up their
coconut Baltic Porter.
Coconut Baltic Porter.
7.3%.
That's 7.3%. Wow. So that one, we've had a couple other coconut beers today, and it seems like some of the times the coconut is really overpowering. This one seems like it's actually pretty good.
When I first smelled it, I was really worried that it was going to be nothing but coconut, but they let that Baltic, that roasted bitterness get through there. It is a really well-blended beer.
Oh, for sure. I agree with you. Like I said, it's... as far as for Turtle Stack, I think it's probably one of their better, and they're a smaller brewery and such. But I'll tell you what, that's a good one for a Baltic Porter. Because we had a Baltic Porter earlier, and it was kind of
there was no bitterness. It was all sweet,
very thin, very sweet. This one is more what you would expect from a Baltic Porter.
This one's got that nice dark head on it. As far as the carbonation, it's got the coconut, which I thought was going to be overpowering, but not. It's more of an aromatic. It's still sweet, but it's got that bitterness at the end of it.
I agree. So score-wise, what kind of score are you thinking?
I gotta go probably about a 3.4, 3.5. I mean, as far as the Baltic Porter, this one's up there.
Yeah, I was gonna go like a 3.2, 3.3, but I still think it's very drinkable. I really like that, and it's got, like you said, it's got the characteristics of a Baltic Porter, but then that coconut, it just kind of enhances that, and it's not where it's overpowering. So they did a good job.
Well done.
Well done, Turtle Stack. We just stopped at the North Pillar Brewing Company booth, and I had got their Nightshade Dark Lager. I mean, it was okay, but BK and Brian, you guys got their, what's the name of it?
It's House Sauce.
House Sauce.
German spelling of house.
And yes, and it's a double hazy IPA. That beer is really good.
And they give the hops that are there, but I'm not a brewmaster, so there's 3 of them. I think it's El Dorado, Citra. For a second, I thought it said Sabaros, but that's pizza.
And then there's people in the way.
Yeah. But no, that is, of the 2 that we tried, that beer is really good.
For a double hazy, it is a little hazy. It's actually cleaner than I thought it would be.
I can't say I remember very many double hazy IPAs.
7.3%. Very smooth for a higher alcohol.
That is a good beer. You could have no problem drinking.
Right, very smooth.
Jim would not like it.
Jim wouldn't like it, but the rest of us are.
No hot light at all.
Right. That's impressive. That's right up there with kind of one of the more surprising beers of the day so far.
It's kind of surprising that a double hazy is a little sweet.
Yeah.
Right. That's an oddity.
Yeah. Brian, score-wise, what are you thinking?
I'm going to give it a 3.3.
A 3.3?
The exact 2 numbers I was going to put on either side of that decimal point, too. This is a really good.
Yeah,
really
let's make it 3 for 3. I'll go 3.3 as well. Like I said, I am impressed with that. They did a really good job. I'm not exactly sure how many North Pillar Brewing Company beers we've ever had before, but
this is the first time I've heard of them.
I think this is the first year that they've been here, and that is a very good beer. I'm impressed.
Yep, good job.
Awesome, good job, North Pillar.
Nice, well-blended beer.
Very good.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.